Okay, so out with Tigger Rc colours here. Really smart looking quad, sort of built-in cage as you can see, and obviously a hex as you can see as well. It's really smart. It's got 5.8 FPV on it as well, so that's going to be good, I hope. And little built-in screen, really different transmitter here, and this is quite simple to use, feels quite comfortable in the hand. It's very lightweight. And something a little bit different on this model is you've actually got a single cell 500 milliamp hour battery to power the transmitter, as you can see, but it uses a JST connector, so any single cell that will fit in this battery bay, which is huge, you'd be able to keep it charged. So that's quite nice, a little bit different to having AA's or AAA batteries. So like I say, feels good in the hand. Got the throttle stick isn't centered, and it's a mode 2 flying mode, so your throttle is up and down, sends it up, the quad up and down, turn to right, and that is a yaw right, yaw left, and then on the right hand stick, which is direction stick, pitch forward, pitch back, roll right, roll left. So and like I say, no altitude hold because it's not centered. These are all trim buttons, and you could trim up everything, which is good. You can even trim the throttle as well if you needed to. And then on the top you've got a little rocker switches. That one means you can flip, so that puts it into flip, and you choose a direction here. This one alters your rates, and you just click that and then it will alter the rates, and it's cyclical. And this one takes a still photograph, and then this one starts the video, so it starts and stops the video as well. So there we go, that cell's all ready to go. Proprietary battery again, I'm afraid. They all seem to be coming out with this. Sort of makes it nice and slick to fit in and everything, but really a pain, because you know, if you wind up with a few quads, like I think we all do once we get into the hobby, these actually become, you know, you just wind up with loads of proprietary batteries, and you could just have several batteries that will work on several quads. But this is just the way it is. It's sort of aimed at that sort of market, I think. So pop the battery into the quad. First of all, tiny LEDs. I mean, seriously small LEDs. I don't think they're going to do an awful lot of good. You've got little red ones at the back, but they are quite bright. And you've got the blue ones like the eyes at the front there, which is rather cool looking. On with the transmitter, and it's beep 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 away. Whoa, and that's the FPV connected up straight away. And then up and down on the throttle to bind, and that's us. And because it's not altitude hold, you've got you're straight off. Gee whiz, when they went into tick over, let me just get that up to tick over. Gee, that is quiet. Does sound like a little thing of bees though. Right, let's start the video off. And you've got a little LED for your battery here, and that's the battery on the transmitter, obviously. So, has that started working? I'm not sure it has. Oh, I had it round the wrong way, sorry. It's video at the top, camera at the bottom. I'm not sure that's the way it says it in the instructions. And I've got the tiniest amount of breeze in the garden, and it does clearly state in the instruction manual that it is an indoor flyer. So first of all, the FPV works really well, but secondly, I've got the tiny, I mean, really can't even feel this breeze on me, hardly at all, and it's really struggling to go with it. So, and yes, you can see now it's running with the breeze. It's a little bit faster. Let's get those rates up, shall we? There we go. Oh, that's a bit better. Hey, actually quite nice. I can see that cage coming off very quickly, because I don't think that's really helping. But if you're flying indoors, I suppose but it just looks, it would really protect everything, obviously, but it just looks so over the top. Okay. And that's now up into high rates. Whoa, it does get a move on. Well, it doesn't seem that stable, to be perfectly honest. Whoa, no, it's not. It's not the breeze catching it, I'm sure. Like I said, the breeze is not strong. Way! That was loads of throttle there. Get that out of that. Yeah, it seems if you sort of turn and yaw and roll, it really gives it a prop. You can see it sort of mucking around. I'm going to whip that to, after this battery's run out, I'm going to have a go at taking those little prop guards off, and then we'll go from there, I think. But just to show you how effective the prop guards are. Bump! Not going to hurt anything, not at all. So let's do a little selfie, shall we? Get it back far enough. Whoa. Though the FPV is working well, I mean, you won't get any drop out at all. I would imagine you run out of range on this thing first. It's not particularly, it doesn't look a great screen. It's not bad. Right, okay. So stop that. Take a couple of stills. Oh, I've done the wrong thing again. There we go. Ah, now we're taking stills, that's good. Wait, that is quite a distance actually, that's just gone. Well, it does fly outside, no problem. Actually, saying about distance, let's go and give it a go, shall we? Oh, now the wind's picking up, and it's actually flying okay. It is up in high rates as well, don't forget. Let's just do a quick flip. Whoa, hey, that's not bad. You flipping your thing. Yeah, it doesn't lose, whoa, doesn't lose a lot of altitude. Gee, it really does. It seems like it's carrying too much weight, but I haven't put any weight on it. Yeah, I've really got loads of throttle on that, and it's not doing anything much. I wonder if we're getting flashing it. No, I can see the LEDs, I must admit, but they're not actually flashing, so we're not getting flashing LEDs. Just going to see how far it will go. I have tested if I turn off the transmitter, it will just drop in about a second. We're right out, well that's it's way over 50 meters there. I just went right over the hedge, so that was good. And it's struggling against that wind. Let me turn it round. There we go. Hey, I'll show you what I mean about this yaw and turn. Whoa, well, there we go. Whoa, that was about as bad as it could go. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's not going to damage it, but just really think as though it's got like too much weight on, like I say. Okay, so I've taken the prop guard off, and it weighs all of 2.2 grams, so it's really not going to make any difference to it, but I think it just looks a lot smarter. I'm going to pop this battery in, and I'm going to show you how it flies, first of all. There we go. So we're all ready to go, and I'm just going to pop the rates up. So we're up in high rates. Now if I give this a go, and it really goes nicely, it does fly well. But if I actually occasionally it just drops, whoa, there you go, drops out. There we go, it's sort of, as it turns, it sort of gets a drop on. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. There we go, you see that? That's sort of what I'm going to try and show you how we get rid of. And like I say, sometimes it's fine, sometimes it just drops out of the sky. Right, so let me show you what I think sort of cures it. Little Tigger bounce there for you. You've got the trim for your throttle here. Now, I did give it a couple of presses, nothing really happens. And to get it to just get into tick over is right up there, so it's quite a long way up on the actual throttle. If I press that and then hold it, literally for ages, it will eventually get, there we go, it gets it so it's just ticking over. So just take that back, so it's just ticking over, and now, there we go, it's a lot less. So now I think we've got more power. And you don't get that dropout, and it really gets a move on. Whoa! Well, that just proved me wrong, didn't it? Honestly, before I couldn't even get it to drop out when I actually did this. It went from, like, I'm not very happy with it, to actually, it's actually pretty good fun. As you can see, it really can get a little bit of a move on. Whee! Yeah, it just does still have that a little bit, but nowhere near as bad as it was. Oh, there we go. So it's sort of got a funny little glitch about it, and I have no idea why. And that's another thing I've noticed, is you can just knock the battery bay just slightly and it will knock it off. So a little bit annoying, but oh, and you have to have the quad on first. And now it's gone back to, I have to go right up there to get it to tick over. So let's just try that again. Yeah, I'm using loads of power to get it up now. It's half power, well it's nearly 3/4 power, and it's not doing it. So let me bring it back. Yeah, so literally on hover, it's been an absolute, I'm really having 3/4 power just to get it to hover. So again, I'm just going to do this again. This definitely improves your flight experience. There we go. So just off, that's good. And that's easy, it's not even half power, and that's better already. Whoa! See what I mean about this dropping? It's just a real shame. See, and then it'll funnel, no problem at all. And then it'll do this weird, oh, I don't know. It just can turn in. So you're pitching and you're rolling and you're yawing at the same time, and it can just drop in. I don't know whether it's just my one, but it's an honest review, so that's what my one does, unfortunately. And I've sort of tried everything to get rid of it. I thought I'd cured it with the trim adjuster, but obviously I haven't. You see that throttle has to go right up there before it gets going, so I'm still going to stick with my theory. Ah, what the heck? Let's just put that right up. We almost got for takeoff. Wait, that's better. So you could actually sort of play around with it. I mean, low rates, intermediate, and then high. Yeah, it'll always do. It's obviously got an issue with a certain sort of roll and yaw, it will drop in, but if you're just off that, gee whiz, it goes like, it's really good fun. And it can just keep going. It's not, and no matter how much power I give it, and I fly quite a lot, so I sort of know when quads are dropping to give it a little bit more power. Yay! And then it will fly really nicely for ages. And you can just suddenly get that, there you go, it sort of dropped out there. Oh dear, oh well. And if it's in second rates, it never happens, so it's a real shame. Yeah, now we've got a sort of fast tick over. There we go. Oh well, I thought I cured it. Included in the box is a complete set of 6 props, which is rather good. You get a micro SD to USB adapter, and you actually get a 4 GB micro SD card there that just simply pops into the side there, because that's where you record your video and your stills. You actually record it on board, which is rather nice. You get a charger, which is actually a dual charger, so if you buy a spare battery, you could charge them both at once, and that again that's the main quad one, and that again is a USB adapter. And you get a USB to JST adapter for charging the transmitter battery, which is a single cell 500 milliamp hour, but you could put a larger one in there if you wanted it to last longer. So long as it's JST and single cell, you'd be absolutely fine. The transmitter itself was really nice, and really comfortable in the hand. Great for pinchers or thumbers. It's got quite grippy. It is plastic, it is a toy grade one, but it works quite well. The screen was pretty good. I've seen better, I've seen worse, to be perfectly honest, and the camera is, well, it's not really the best, I don't think, but then it's not going to be at this level. The screen does have the sunshade that you can pop out the way, but it doesn't actually turn the screen off, which is a bit of a shame. You can't actually turn off the 5.8 gigs, so the FPV system, sorry. So that's always drawing power, and it's always drawing power from the Hex as well. So if you're new to flying, you might not want to fly with that, but it's just the way it is. Most of them are like that with this setup anyway. Okay, on to the issue I have with it, with its turning and it dropping slightly. You can recover it, but by heck, it takes full power and it just sort of recovers. The weird thing is, it will do funnels and it will do lovely bank turns, and you can play around with it in low and intermediate rates. It never drops out, only drops out in high rates, and it's very rare. You have to sort of get it to a certain point, but I try and be honest with the reviews, and it happens, so that's just the way it is as far as I'm concerned. Altering the throttle did help it, made it a bit better, and actually gave it a lot more sporty feel, so that was really good. And but you still did get the dropout every so often, so if that's a deal breaker for you, that's fine. I mean, it's your money, you've got to make up your own choice. I only review them. If you're after a quad hex, sorry, that's got, you know, the nice built-in cage and everything, then this could well be for you. It's a good beginner's one, got the full FPV as well, so it's got some benefits as going with it. I did give it a really, I tend to sort of test pretty hard, and I have actually broken this little cage. It's not difficult to repair, it just literally will super glue back together, but these things, you know, do happen, and just to be aware that though it's a very flexible plastic, at certain points you sort of get, creates a bruise on the plastic, and that's a sort of fracture point that it's going to go. A little bit difficult to do, but I did give it a really hard test. That's what I try and do on my reviews. So can't quite give it the full Tigger paw up and thumbs up, but it is a really nice hex and really good fun to fly.